Hello everybody, Mac here, and today I'm going to be talking about the Heist update patch notes for GTA Online that came out recently in the Heist update. This is called the Title Update 1.21 on the PS3 and Xbox 360 and patch 1.07 on PS4 and Xbox One. And I'm going to be going through some of the patches that that Rockstar patched, some of the glitches that they patched, some of the things that they added in the patch notes. So if you want to go check out the patch notes, you can link in the description. So if you want to go read on it yourself, I'm going to be skipping a bit of information in here, some minor patches, just because, there's quite a bit of patches in this update. So I'm not going to be going through every single thing, because that would be a pretty long video if I did. So if you want to go check out some other things, then link in the description to the post. It's on the Rockstar website. So the GTA 5 title update, it added a few new things for free roam. Of course, you have Heist, you have adversary modes. I've already talked about those. You also have daily objectives that have also been added to GTA Online in free roam, and those are unlocked at rank 15. Players will receive cash and RP rewards for completing all 3 given objectives each day, and an additional large cash and RP bonus will be earned for completing those 7 days straight. So if you do all 3 objectives 7 days straight, then you'll get even more money and even a bigger reward for 28 days straight. So I don't know how many people will actually be able to do it for 28 days straight. I don't know exactly how much you'll get better. I don't know if it's different for every person. You'll depend on the daily objectives that you get. And they do seem to be random, or every person has different objectives. So say I got an objective, go to the gun range, or play darts, or do a last team stand-in or a deathmatch, something like that. They're kind of smaller, not too big. They will give you RP and cash, which is nice. They also added new free roam activities. These are unlocked at rank 15. Changed up the voting screen, so it says changes have been made to the matchmaking options and UI. This affects the next job voting screen. There are now 2 pages of jobs down from 3. And the first page will only display jobs of the same type you just finished playing, including a random option. So let's say you do a last team stand-in. The first page on the voting screen, where after you do the last team stand-in, where you can replay, go to free mode, and you have all those jobs, those will all be last team stand-ins. And then the next one will, I guess, be random jobs. It won't be anything, it won't necessarily just be last team stand-ins. And of course you also have a random option, which I think would I haven't tested this out yet, but I think the random option is just a completely random job. So I don't know how I actually feel about this. I haven't really tested it out and see what it looks like, but I guess it's kind of cool. The voting screen, I've never really had a problem with it the way it was. But I guess this may make it better, because I mean, if you want to just do races or death matches, or you just want to do a certain job, you can do that pretty easily here. Also, on call has been changed a little bit. Quick jobs will now place the player on call, and players who choose to join jobs using the phone's quick job function will now be shown which job they are joining, which I love. I've always had a problem with the on-call feature in this game, because it doesn't show you what job you're gonna go into. So now it does. It shows you the job. It also shows you how many players are in there, and how the max players and stuff that it was now. But it does show you the actual job name that you're gonna be playing. So if you join a random job and you go to random quick job on call, now you actually know, oh, this is some job I'm not interested in. I can just back out. And you can do that, which is nice. They also made it so that players who are not the host of a job can also send job invites when in a lobby for a job. So as long as the host sets the client invites option to open, which is under where you can invite players, auto invite, you have an option as a host to make it to open. So basically, this is if you want some friends, and say you can kind of get. If you're not the host, you can still invite your friends in, and that's kind of cool. Also, the maximum time on death matches is 20 minutes. I don't know how I feel about that. And I think it used to be 60 minutes, and You know, of course, whenever you get into a deathmatch in 60 minutes and then you leave, because, of course, who wants to do a deathmatch that long? But I don't know exactly how I feel about this. I mean, 20 minutes isn't too much, especially if you want to have, like, a big deathmatch. Like a 30, you know, just like 30 players all in one deathmatch. It's a massive deathmatch. I don't know how I feel about that. Also, a new UI and color scheme has been added for players' phones to allow heist-related activities and invites to stand out. All heist-related invites are green, where the other invites are going to be blue. So that, you know, I guess green, you know, it does show you, oh, this is a heist. And, you know, if you don't want to do a heist, then you don't, you know that that is a heist. And if it's green, then that means that it's a heist. Also, apartments with an active heist waiting to be started are blipped green and flash to notify players that a heist is available. Also, players who use mercenaries to kill other players in deathmatches will now be awarded a kill should the mercenaries kill the targeted player. Next, players can choose which of their personal vehicles to take onto a heist while on the outfit selection screen. Next, Lester kill targets now appear as an option for quick GPS on the interaction menu. Next, players are now able to purchase armor and ammo refills from the leaderboard for missions. And next, players who leave a job will now have this made clear on the leaderboard after a heist is or after a job is finished. Next, race finishing 9 camera effects from GTA Online for PS4 and Xbox One have now been added to PS3 and Xbox 360 versions of the game. I don't know why that wasn't added before on PS3 and Xbox 360. Honestly, I'm kind of a bigger fan of the PS3 and Xbox 360 version of the camera effects whenever finishing a race. That's just me. But, I guess it's kind of cool. If you do play on PS3 and Xbox 360, then if you really like the new race finishing line camera, then you can do that on the Xbox 360 and PS3 now. Players will no longer receive mission reminder phone calls if they have been in a session for less than 15 minutes. Next, players are now able to bring up their phones during parachute jobs to quit out. I actually never knew that you couldn't bring up your phone during parachuting jobs. Also, destroyed vehicles with no insurance will now be displayed as scrapped in the mechanic and garage menus. So, if you don't have insurance on the vehicle, it will be called scrapped, and I guess you can't retrieve it and you have to replace it with other cars. And the next one is a super big thing, and I'm so happy for this. So it says the Holman launcher has been rebound to have increased reload times, reduced firing rate, and an increase to resilience of large capacity planes against it. I have been pleading for that for so long. I'm so happy that they did actually nerf it. I don't know exactly, what the stats are on it now, dependent on the reduced fire rate and the increased reload times, and an increase to resilience of large capacity planes against it. I think that would mean, like, if you're in a Titan or something, it will take maybe 2 or 3 hits to actually take it out. I don't know exactly what it was for, like, bigger planes before. I would like them to actually make it so that helicopters also take maybe 2 hits, or some of the bigger helicopters, maybe the Savage and the Annihilator and the Buzzard could maybe take 2 hits, and of course also the Cargo Bob. I'm not going to be going really into those just because there's a lot of stuff where there's these glitches where some people would have a certain glitch and they fixed that. So you can check that. But that's about it for this. If you want to go check this out, then of course link in the description. So let me know, are you excited for some of these fixes? I know I'm very excited for the new Holman launcher to be rebalanced. Hopefully you see less people using it now. So let me know in the comments. Hope you all enjoy. Feedback's always appreciated, and I'll see you guys in the next video.